MrBeast, also known as Jimmy Donaldson, is one of the oldest YouTubers in history and has come a very long way. He simply started out as a stuntman at first, and over the years amassed a following of over 44 million subscribers on his YouTube channel now. Little did we know, we'd be seeing the famed D'Amelio sisters on his channel one day, and then get accused of cheating him! But before we get into that, just a reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We'll be giving away a MacBook Pro, iPhone 12 Pro, or GoPro Hero 8. It's all your choice. So make sure to leave a like, comment the keyword Charli and Dixie, subscribe, and turn on the notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that easy. Let's begin. Back in 2019, MrBeast started something called the Creator Games event, which turned into a huge hit. Basically, it was a collaboration of all the high-profile influencers who were then asked to play the simplest game, rock, paper, scissors. The first year only managed to gather around 662,000 viewers, but this year, the viewer count skyrocketed to 1 million viewers. It could be because the lineup included some of the most popular stars, such as Addison Rae, Bretman Rock, and the D'Amelio sisters. The most recent Creator Games was held on Saturday, October 17th of 2020. It was a trivia competition among influencers and YouTubers who had to ask simple questions like, what is considered to be the first video game, and such others. It wasn't too hard, no algebra or equations, yet there was still controversy. It was all live stream, which made it easier for thousands of people to speculate and make comments on anything they thought was wrong. The first round was joined by the parents of the two sisters, and all the way to the final round, only one family member was left, Dixie. With 4 people on one team, it was easy for them to swiftly win most rounds, which raised rumors that they could have been cheating. In the end, the D'Amelios were up against Zachary Shea, also known as ZHC. The question they were asked was, how many slices are there in a 12-inch pizza? If you didn't already know, the answer was 8, and our smart little Dixie said the correct answer, and we thought Charli was the talented one. After winning the prize, Dixie gave the money to her fans since that was the point of the whole event. It was supposed to be a lighthearted and fun event for a good cause. Giveaways aren't wrong in any sense, but this money was supposed to go to a charity, and the D'Amelio family gave it to fans and followers. Even though the family had said that they planned to donate the money to people who really need it, it doesn't seem like it will be followed through. A lot of viewers thought this was wrong too, and that's not even the end of it. Obviously, drama seems to follow wherever there are stars. Soon, the comment section of the video was filled with accusations that the D'Amelio family cheated their way to the prize. One user said, "The fact that the D'Amelios cheated is disgusting," while another simply said, "I'm annoyed." Some didn't object to that, but instead to the fact that the two sisters brought their parents along as well, even though their name wasn't mentioned anywhere in the lineup. When you think about it, it doesn't seem to add up. They should have at least mentioned them in the lineup if it was all pre-planned. The fans thought it was no excuse for the competition to be 4 versus 1 player, saying 4v1 didn't deserve to win. If the D'Amelio sisters were allowed to have their parents on the lineup, then the rest of them should have at least had a few side helpers and partners too. That's not all. The keen-eyed fans also pointed out that the parents were visibly seen using their phone and could have used it to cheat. A lot of people thought this was obviously wrong, saying, "This is not what you do in a competition like this. If you're going to cheat, at least do it discreetly." The sisters having their parents on the show clearly had an unfair disadvantage, but you can't really blame the family either. In the first rounds, it was obvious that the parents were helping out, but in the final one, MrBeast made some sort of effort to make it a little easier by only choosing one member, which happened to be Dixie. But it didn't really work out since their parents seemed to be helping them off camera. MrBeast, like the good man he is, stepped forward to put the controversy to rest. He said that having 4 players against teams of 1 or 2 players was definitely unfair, but the teams had been decided by him. He tweeted, "I see some people mad that I let multiple people compete on a single team in the trivia tournament. Honestly, the tournament was just for fun and to bring the community together, and I'd appreciate it if you were to get mad at anyone, get mad at me. It was my decision, lol." Of course, it's not that easy to put to rest, because the fan base of all those influencers is way too eagle-eyed and detective-like to even let the slightest hesitations go unnoticed. Some viewers, like the YouTuber Def Noodles, brought up footage that showed D'Amelios looking off camera and off the screen before answering any questions. If you didn't believe these accusations before, it'd probably be hard for you to deny. Def Noodles also pointed out that Heidi had her phone out behind Charli and Dixie's back anytime they had to answer a question. That's not all. Def Noodles went all Sherlock on this footage because he also pointed out how Mark D'Amelio appeared appeared to say something to someone off screen before suggesting an answer to Dixie. Isn't that even a little suspicious? However, not everyone went into the full-depth analysis of the whole event like Def Noodles. The YouTuber Laserbeam also addressed the accusations. He said, "The money goes to the fans. It was all for fun. I don't think people should be this upset, to be honest." He's not wrong, obviously, but the fans needed answers. After all, they watch everything with utmost loyalty. At first, the D'Amelios didn't respond at all. Maybe they were hoping this whole mess would dissolve soon enough, or people would forget. When Dixie posted a picture of herself at her high school graduation, she didn't mean any harm to anyone. But the YouTuber Keemstar sarcastically tweeted that Mark and Heidi gave their kids the answers so that they would appear smarter as they're just high school dropouts. First of all, Keemstar's comment was absolutely unnecessary since the sisters are just kids. Besides, the creator of the whole event said it was all fun and games, so there didn't need to be such a fuss. Charli and Dixie finally spoke out on all the backlash during an episode of their Two Chicks podcast regarding the accusations. Dixie said, "I didn't think winning a contest would ever come with so much hate," and continued, "I'm probably one of the most hated people in the gaming world right now. No one deserves so much hate for just a simple game, especially a youngster like her." She then talked about how there was one picture of them with their phones out that kept popping up everywhere. "That picture is when they brought us on the screen while we were waiting. You can't cheat if you don't know the question, which we don't know until it's on, and no one's watching the video." Dixie made a really good point there. How would you cheat without knowing the question? As for the last question, which was about the slices of pizza, she defended herself by saying that you could see her draw a pizza on the whiteboard, divide it up, and write down the number 8 on it as well. The seemingly innocent TikTok star went on and on, explaining all the ways she knew the answers to simple questions. She said that for the questions related to pi's value, she knew from a silly jingle by ASAP Science. It seemed like such trivial controversies bothered Dixie because she also said that if MrBeast had a problem with all 4 of them being on camera, then he would have told them that it wasn't fair or anything. He could have also told them that 2 people should be allowed, but he didn't. Charli chimed in, so to say, that she felt like all of this was just a big misunderstanding. She also addressed the money that was supposed to go to charity. Her exact words were, "People also think we're keeping the money," which is 100% not true. It's a shame that an entertaining evening for the viewers and the players went so off the rails. It looks like MrBeast will have to be more careful next time to please such a picky audience. That is, if he decides to host another Creator Games event.